Hello everybody, this is Ryan Street with I Am Geek, and this is part 2 of episode 9. So if you haven't heard part 1 yet, go back, listen to part 1. We talk about Star Wars and celebrate the 40th anniversary, and then come back here and listen to part 2. Now if you have listened to part 1, well then here we go. Here's part 2 of episode 9 of I Am Geek. We can move on. Also this week was basically CW's season finale extravaganza.
What are we gonna watch?
Yeah, I know. We got nothing. We got nothing now.
Which last week we ran out of time and we didn't talk about Flash from last week, so we can sort of recap what you guys thought about the last 2 episodes if you would like. We don't have to. If you don't watch the Flash, you can just sit here and listen to us talk for a minute. So what did you guys think of the last 2 episodes? Real quick.
Overall, there was some fun stuff. There was still just tons of plot holes. That the second to last episode, there was just so many ways they could have, spoilers, whatever. So many ways they could have saved Iris from not being kidnapped by Savitar. I mean, there was an underground bunker that stopped superpowered beings from having their superpowers. Like, if you went down into this bunker underground, you couldn't use your superpowers. And yet they don't think to put Iris down there so Savitar can't grab her. I don't know. Seems like a big plot hole to me. But instead, yeah.
I think what we've learned so far from Flash is they're not the sharpest people.
And see, that's why it should have been easy to defeat Savitar, because he's Barry. Really, evil Barry is the better Barry. He should just be the Flash, because regular Barry he's not very smart. Evil Barry's super smart.
Well, it's because he knows everything that happens. Yeah.
Well,
I guess.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know.
Sure.
It was plot holes extravaganza everywhere. And
but
then,
our theories were correct.
Yes.
So. Yes, the theory that HR would use his little face changer, and take Iris's place was actually true, and that's pretty crazy. None of these are ever become true except for this one.
You're smart. You know what you're talking about. The only thing that bothered me about that, which I'm just a geek, I guess. That's the name of the show. So, when he takes her place, he's wearing his hat. Mm-hmm. He does the transmorpher and does it on her, and the hat appears on her head as part of the illusion. Mm-hmm. And then after he dies and she pops back out, she takes her hands, grabs the hat, takes the hat off of her head, and goes. And then the thing disappears, and she goes, "Dad, it's me." So in one scene, the hat is just part of the illusion. In the next scene, she's actually wearing the hat, which just bothered me.
What you didn't see was when Killer Frost turned her back to go back in, he just took the hat off and threw it to her so she could have it.
But no, but the Iris takes the hat off. Iris takes her hat off.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just like, no, she wasn't wearing the hat. It was just part of the illusion of the device. It's like, come on. I mean, I know that's a little thing, but it just bothered me for some reason.
You know, people can't really run that fast, right, Ryan?
I know. But they should have scenes
I know, it's
match up together.
Yeah.
Because it's not like there's one writer writing one part and then he goes, "You know what? I'm just going to quit. You guys do this part. I'm not going to tell you what I did, but figure it out." They see the scenes.
You don't know that. They could.
I guess.
So at the end, because they took Jay out of the prison, everything starts going crazy, and the Speed Force starts leaking into the real world and everything. And Jay's standing back there I'm not going back in there.
I know. He's like, forget that.
Yeah. This is all you this time. This is your turn. You're going in there because I've had enough of that.
Well, it's just
they could explain that better. But was that the red sky from the newspaper article? Like supposedly that happened in like 2024.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so confusing.
Time could have altered.
Yeah.
But I mean, it described basically kind of what was happening in that. And if not, then Barry's coming back because that's going to take place in 2024.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like they went through all this stuff to save Iris, and then he was like, guys, I'm just going to go, Should we figure something? No, let's not figure anything out. I'm just gonna go. And I was just like, come on.
Yeah. Gave up a little bit too.
At least say like, you guys can figure this out and bring me back or something. And go in there. But it was just like, I'm gone forever. It's fine. I already delivered all of our invitations, so you have good luck explaining that.
And it wasn't like, I'm sure he was. It wasn't even like he was sad about it. It was just like, my time to go, Iris. Sorry. Like, let's not talk about it. He's just trying to
figure a way out of this. He really didn't think he was going to have to marry her because he thought she was going to die.
I don't know.
And he really didn't deliver the invitation.
I gotta go. Yeah.
This is all planned. There wasn't anything wrong.
That's right.
Like, when Flash first started, it was like, I don't want to say happy-go-lucky, but it was like a superhero show you could watch, and it was just like, this was fun. It was just, a laugh, and there's some crazy stuff that happens, but at the end of the day, you're like, oh, that was fun. To me, it's turning into slowly Arrow season 1, or season 2, somewhere in there where they got all moody, and it's just like they're reversing roles, sort of. It's like, let's just be moody.
A little bit.
I just wanted it to end, and then next season start a little happy, and then get worse again, instead of just being like, you know what? Let's just, never mind. Let's just give up. And I don't know.
Yeah, I want the next season. I want at least half the season for Barry to be gone in the Speed Force, and it's Wally West as the Flash for like at least half a season.
That works. And then Barry could come back and be like, "Oh, you were gone? Oh, we didn't even realize."
Yeah, because that's how it happened in the comics. Barry he in Crisis in Infinite Earths, basically helps save the day. He runs into nothingness. He turns to ash and basically becomes part of the Speed Force. And Wally West takes over as the Flash for years. Basically, me growing up, Wally West was the Flash. All through and probably most of your guys too. I think it was Wally West was the Flash on the Justice League cartoon. It was Wally West. So it would be interesting, I think. Yeah. To actually just instead of, because it's all these big events happen in one episode, and then it's done, and everything's solved by the next episode.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice for them to kind of see something through a little bit longer, and just we fixed all the problems.
Yeah.
This Flashpoint thing that happened in multiple comics and everything. Yeah, we did that in probably an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I know, Katrin, you didn't see the Arrow finale. Chris, what did you think of the finale?
I liked the finale. It was good. It had a lot of good characters in it. Deathstroke, right? Deathstroke, he was back.
Yeah, which I loved. I love that guy as Deathstroke.
Yeah, he's good. He was on the TV show Spartan.
I don't know. I just know that every time he's on,
he's good at that.
He's good. He was good.
And
so who would have thought that Prometheus was a more formidable foe than Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah. Well, he was trained by.
But in the comics, he's not that big of a bad guy as compared to Ra's al Ghul, right?
Well, in the comics, this is a totally different take from Prometheus in the comics.
Yeah.
This is in the comics, Prometheus was kind of like a anti-Batman. He was his parents were criminals. They were killed by police officers. So he grew up wanted to get his revenge on everybody, and he made this helmet that he could just download information into his head, so he could know anything. He in one Justice League arc, he took down the whole Justice League, and Batman was left, and Batman took him down. So it's a completely different take on the character.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, Adrian Chase is actually Vigilante.
Oh. Have we found out who that is yet?
No, I still think it's Curtis's ex-husband.
Yeah. But I thought this season was pretty good. I give Arrow a hard time, but I thought this was like that guy was just crazy. He was a crazy villain.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. He basically was outthinking them. It wasn't just actual plans. He had actual plans.
Yeah.
Going on, which is nice.
Yeah,
they really thought it through, and it was the last season for flashbacks to the island.
Oh, is it?
It ended. Yeah,
so now there's
because it was 5 years.
That's true. So now the flashbacks will be season 1. They'll just take clips of season 1.
Yeah, the flashbacks
and put it in the next season. That would be sort of funny. I wonder how long it would take somebody to catch on and be like, "Wait a second, wasn't that season 1?" Now I watched. I'm a big Supernatural fan. That's probably my favorite CW show.
It's good. I just unfortunately got behind. I gotta catch up to it.
I don't want to give any spoilers, but man, the finale, it got you in the feels. Let me tell you, it got you right in the heart.
I did see. Yeah, there's something happened to a couple of major characters, and I don't know who, but yeah.
One of them didn't make it, but it's Supernatural, so people don't make it all the time, and then they come back. Well, one of them didn't make it. No, actually, 2 of them didn't make it, and then one of them got trapped in another place with another character.
I still miss Bob. I love Bobby.
Well, you need to watch the season finale. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. I love Bobby. Bobby's so great.
You may see Bobby, or maybe
those
not.
Idiots. I'm saying idiots and balls.
he may pop up somewhere.
Okay.
So you got to watch.
From time to time.
Watch the season finale. It was really good, and this season. They sort of got back to the killing monsters and taking down stuff. Even there was some other stuff going on, but they brought back those fun episodes. And cool. Next season they're bringing back they're going to do a crazy episode with Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. It's going to be an animated Scooby-Doo episode with them. I love it.
Yeah.
They have imagery out there with them. Scooby-Doo eyes or whatever, and it looks so fun.
Speaking
I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Speaking of Scooby-Doo, this sort of reminds me of Scooby-Doo. Today's not only Star Wars and all the other stuff we mentioned, but it was also the opening of a new water park in Orlando, Universal's new Volcano Bay. Which, if you have ever watched the Scooby-Doo live-action movies, the first one, that's basically Volcano Bay.
Really?
It looks like you could just drop Scooby-Doo and the gang into Volcano Bay and they would solve mysteries. It looks so cool. It looks like a place where Scooby-Doo would just hang out. And it's open at night, so if they could ever for their I know they never would, but for their Halloween stuff that they do, if they did a Scooby-Doo themed nighttime thing during Halloween at Volcano Bay, it would be so cool. But
is Sugar Ray there playing? Sugar Ray playing
he better be. He better be.
Okay.
But I watched the video of the water park and it looks amazing. They have a big water coaster that you sit in this canoe shaped raft that shoots you uphill and you go back downhill, like a roller coaster. They have this huge wave pool. They have all these. They have one of those. Water slides that you stand on a platform, in a capsule, and then it just the bottom of it just drops out from underneath you, and you just shoot down the middle of the volcano.
I don't think Katrin's going to do that.
No, I'm not going to do that. Not interested. Is there a lazy river?
There's two lazy rivers. There's one that's like very calm, and then there's another one that's like more adventurous lazy river. Is what I've heard. And they have these bracelets that you get when you go in. That instead of waiting in line for everything, you go up and you tap it on a station, and it tells you when to come back to the slide. So you don't have to climb and wait in line. You basically it gives you time. You come back, you ride the ride, and you don't have to carry any rafts anywhere. Like they just are automatically brought to the top for you. It looks amazing. I love water parks, and I'm a little more excited. I know I won't get to do it probably for a long, long time, but I'm a little more excited for Volcano Bay than the other thing that opened today, which is Pandora, the land of Avatar, which I'm excited about. But Volcano Bay just looks like an amazing water park. So Pandora opened up. They had a big ceremony. They brought the original cast in and had all the original cast. So Sigourney Weaver was there. All of them.
My sister-in-law was there.
Oh,
my wife's sister, because she works for Disney. She's like a travel agent type person, and they had them out to kind of, I guess, for that event and showing them around. And I saw a picture of them. They're getting ready to go on the flying creature ride. I can't remember the name of it. But.
Yeah, it looks cool. Hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be down there, and hopefully, I'll get to go see it. It looks cool. I've heard mixed reviews on the rides. They're okay. Most people say they're pretty good, but it's a lot like some of the other rides I have. But I'm excited to see it, especially at nighttime, because the whole place just sort of like glows.
It's funny you say that though, because I was reading something tonight that somebody said they actually like it more at the daytime than they do at the nighttime.
Oh wow!
Like, oh really?
They enjoyed, yeah. Like somebody said, is it just because it's kind of cheap effects, like it's just neon stuff or whatever? And they didn't really say. It was kind of a Twitter thing I was just following, trying to read it. And they said, yeah, I like it more at the daytime than the nighttime. Which originally they were supposed to have these interactive plants that they ended up not doing, where you could like touch it and it does something, it lights up or whatever. But
they have one interactive plant, and oh gosh, this is a family-friendly podcast. How to describe it?
Does it look like something?
It looks like something, and it's very large. And to get it to react or do something, you go up to a section of it and you rub it back and forth with your hand, and then it shoots stuff out the end.
No, come on.
Oh, okay.
No, it does.
Wow.
I'm serious. Look it up.
Shut it down. Come on.
Look it up. I mean, I'm trying to keep it family friendly, but that's what it does. And everybody's like responding like, what was Disney thinking? Like, I'm sure it won't be around long, but it's this big, huge plant in the middle of everything. You rub it, and stuff comes out. They call it the spores to
well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
like that, spores will come out. So, yeah.
Yeah. They also have these banshees that you can buy and wear on your shoulder, and you can control them. The flying creatures.
Oh,
yeah.
You can wear them on your shoulder, and they're like a puppet, and you can control them. I think they're
those are expensive.
I think they're like $50 or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, probably get a real banshee for cheaper.
You just got to fly to Pandora. And then on the other coast, they opened the new version of Tower of Terror, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy. That was so cool.
Mission Breakout. I saw a little video of that, and it looks pretty sweet.
They apparently have Easter eggs throughout the ride of stuff that might be coming to the future Marvel Universe. And one of them is a hammer that is there's a character called Beta Ray Bill.
Yep.
Who's like a Thor, kind of like an alien Thor. Basically, he lifted Thor's hammer, and Odin was so impressed with him, he made a hammer for him out of Uru, the name of the metal. Yeah, I don't know why I know that. And gave it to him. And there's a hammer that's shaped like that, and it says it's made out of uru, so it might be his hammer. And then there was some things from like under the sea, from like this weird area, Attilan or something. I forget the name of it, but they're connecting that to the Submariner, Namor the Submariner, because they actually got rights for him back.
Oh, cool.
From one of the studios, so they can use him in the movies. And Stan Lee accidentally gave away that in Infinity Wars there's going to be another Avenger character that we haven't seen in the movies yet. Like he was in an interview and started talking. He was like, and there's going to be some new one in it that you'll be really excited to see. Like he's not been in the movies yet or something like that. And the publicist person with him was like, just trying to make him shut up.
Shut it down.
No, stop it. Shut it all down. Like a dart hit him in the neck and he fell over.
Oh, I wonder who it's going to be.
So yeah, it's speculation. Yeah, it could be Namor or various other people.
Hope it's Spider-Pig.
Spider-Pig, that'd be great.
The animatronic that they've made for Rocket the Raccoon, that he's like in the, if you were in Tower of Terror, there's like a room you go into before you go into the actual where the ride is. He's in that room, and it's like amazing. It looks like Rocket is actually there walking around. He's like above you, and he walks around and stuff.
Is that the room that stretched?
No, that's the Haunted Mansion.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Haunted Mansion. No, there's a room with a TV in it.
Yep, yeah, in that room.
Okay, there's a room with a TV. Okay, yeah.
Yep, but Rocket Raccoon, like the animatronic, is just like they knocked it out of the park. I do love the like the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. I love the one in Florida, and I hope they never change that one. But it was cool to see this version, and a lot of people are saying that the ride itself is really fun, really cool.
It sounds cool.
Yeah. So you can watch. There's some clips of it online on YouTube. You can see. But I think that's a lot of stuff opened up this week. So I'm excited to see Pandora. I would love to go to Volcano Bay, but having a 2-year-old and then a wife that's pregnant when we're down there, probably not going to go to a water park.
I don't see a problem. Don't see a problem.
I mean, if Universal is listening to this, which I'm sure they are, and they want to give me free tickets, then we'll come check it out and then give our review.
You somehow that'll happen though with you, because you get free stuff all the time for things. So some way someone's going to hear this, it's going to pass someone else and someone else, and suddenly you're going to have tickets tomorrow.
I would love, any Mike Aiello or anybody from Universal, if you're listening to this, we would love to come check out Volcano Bay. Just shoot us some tickets over. We'll do a podcast
episode.
Oh yeah, we'll review it, talk all about it. So I'm sure they're going to hear that now because they have ears everywhere. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're just going off on all kinds of stuff. The Castlevania trailer came out for the new Netflix series cartoon. I loved it. I'm just going to say that. I loved it. I can't wait to watch it. It's in July. I saw in the trailer a lot of characters from the video games that I wasn't expecting to see. So it was just a teaser, but that was really cool.
It's very anime style, whether it's made in Japan or not.
Yeah.
Because that dictates if it's anime. It has to be made in Japan. Yeah. But it could just be an anime style. They have other series on there that Netflix does. There's 7 Deadly Sins, which is a good one. And I'm not sure if it's an actual anime or if it's just a Netflix show. But I mean, it's based off of manga though, so it could be. So they have a bunch of cool stuff.
And then there was another trailer that dropped this week that one of us had a hand in, right?
Well, it wasn't a trailer necessarily. It was an animated short.
Animated short.
For Best Fiends. It's an app that you can play on your phone. It's along the lines of like kind of matching things, little characters, and then you fight slugs in it, and all these little creatures are the best fiends. And at work, I got to work on an animated short for that. Did a few shots for it. It was fun. I actually got to do some voice work for it. because they'll do scratch dialogue, which is when they have the storyboards. It's just scratch dialogue. It's just random people. It's not the actual actors going to do it, voicing the dialogue so they can see how it plays out overall and make adjustments. And I got to do the voice of the drill sergeant, which was later voiced by Billy West, which is awesome because it's Fry from Futurama, and I got to do a voice that turned into Fry from Futurama. That was awesome. And then I got to do some background sounds and stuff, grunts and everything, and I think that's kind of mixed in. You can't hear me or anything, but
I could pick you out. I could pick you out. I was like, oh, there he is. Okay. There he is. So do you think Billy West listened to your scratch stuff?
He would have actually, because they would have played the stuff for him, and he would have listened to it and heard it. Because actually, I do know that he did. Yeah, he did actually listen to it, and I saw that. I was like, oh, Billy West is listening to my voice. Oh my goodness!
And he said, "This guy should be on a podcast."
It's like, what am I doing here? You got this guy. You
got this guy. Well, that's cool. So yeah, you can see a lot of Chris's work. The Best Fiends, Life of Pi, X-Men First Class. The list goes on and on.
Other things.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. All kinds of movies that he was a part of. And you can see his name in the credits, which is pretty cool. Well, we're just like talking all kinds of stuff. And we haven't even got to Mr. Wee Herman and Karate Kid yet.
We didn't really reveal last week.
Yeah.
Our Battle Royale with Cheese this week is Wee Herman versus Karate Kid. The epic battle that everyone has been waiting for.
I know. It's the battle that nobody wanted, but they're going to get anyway. Do we have time today to do this? Or are we going to... Yeah.
We can do it quick.
We're about 50 minutes in, so we can... It's going to be a quick battle, probably.
I think it's going to be a long battle. I think it's going to be a long battle.
So we're going to try a different format. We're just going to sort of have a forum, discuss it, and then sort of like figure out who we think would come out on top.
We can take a vote at the end. I mean, there's 3 of us, so there can't be a tie.
Or can there? I don't know.
It could be.
I get 2 votes.
But they need... You get 2 votes, okay. But they need their special weapons. Special weapons.
Yes. All right, so I've got the special weapons pulled up and the randomizer and the fancy computer stuff here. So who shall we assign a weapon to first?
Oh, Pee-wee. Let's go with Pee-wee.
All right, so Pee-wee gets... This is perfect. Pee-wee gets a lightsaber.
Oh!
How lucky is that? I mean, that's like, it's perfect, right? He might actually accidentally cut himself, but we'll go on. Okay. So in the Karate Kid, we'll get. Well, this might actually, maybe this will work. He gets an Ove glove.
You mean one of those fancy oven mitts?
It's the fancy oven mitt that you can like grab a log that's on fire. Because I've actually done this. We went camping a few weeks ago, whatever it was. And I bought one for that purpose to be able to move logs around and actually make my coffee, and all that stuff. I can grab the thing I cook the coffee in or whatever. But I grabbed logs and moved them around. So maybe you could grab a lightsaber. I doubt it, but
no.
so the Karate Kid he's already he's behind the 8 ball at this point. Anyways, he's got the crane kick, right? But now he's got the Ove glove versus a lightsaber. So.
And he's been trained by Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
I mean,
he can wax on and wax off with the best of them.
Yeah, he can wash cars like nobody's business.
Yeah.
And it's Daniel's son. He's got a great Halloween costume. Has a shower.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pee-wee would love that.
In that. He would go there with him.
Yeah. He could just kind of trick Pee-wee.
He could trick Pee Wee into the shower and take him out.
Oh, I mean, Pee Wee Herman is one of those characters that, you know, when we were kids, Pee Wee's Playhouse was out, and it was the show that every kid loved and every parent hated. But we would watch it. We would watch it. And Pee Wee's been around for a long time before Pee Wee's Playhouse. Do you know where one of his first TV appearances? Do you know what it was?
No.
No, I don't think we did.
One of his first TV appearances was that he was on the dating game. The dating game show.
That's right. I forgot about that.
In full character as Pee Wee Herman. And he appeared on there 3 times. And he did the whole thing in the Pee Wee Herman outfit and everything. Which his outfit, the famous Pee Wee Herman suit was actually a loaner. He borrowed it from somebody else. And then he never.
It's a loaner, Dottie.
Yeah. He borrowed it from someone,
Daddy.
and he never gave it back. It was like the owner or the director and co-founder of the Groundlings group. He borrowed it from him and then never gave it back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And some people got their starts on that show too, like Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Was on that. He was Cowboy Curtis. And then also Phil Hartman was on there. Yeah. So Pee Wee's got that. Pee Wee's got quite a bit of like backup to him.
Yeah. Well, he's basically the guy that kickstarted Tim Burton's career. Without Pee Wee Herman, there would be no Tim Burton.
Mm-hmm. So Pee Wee can cross dimensions. It seems like
he can fly.
He can fly.
He has a boomerang bow tie that we never saw. That was one thing that I was always frustrated because I love Pee Wee's Big Adventure. He got a boomerang bow tie at the magic shop, and he went on this big adventure. And he used everything else. He had the headlight glasses. He had the trick gum. Trying to think what else he got in the bag, but then a boomerang bow tie, you know, and he never used it. At least I've never seen like the uncut version or something, but I've never heard of it being used.
It just kept coming back to him, so you never really saw it.
You never saw it, yeah. You know
anyway.
Go ahead. Huh?
No, I was just saying that seems like that would be a big weapon that he could use.
Yeah.
But anyway,
did he use it? Did the guy that played him in the movie, like the movie within the movie, did he use it? I'm trying to remember.
No, I think he just the guy with the beard.
Yeah.
Whoever drove the motorcycle, I think he just used karate and beat the ninjas up and rescued Dottie. Yeah.
Do you know that originally the Pee Wee's Big Adventure had a whole different plot? That wasn't.
I did not know.
Originally, it was supposed to be a remake of Pollyanna, as Pee Wee playing Pollyanna.
Weird.
Wow.
But then they changed the storyline to make it about a stolen bike.
That's a progression that seems to make sense.
Yeah. So basically, Pee Wee's Big Adventure could have been Pollyanna, which is crazy. I don't think it would have been, as iconic. There wouldn't be people going to the Alamo asking to see the basement.
The Alamo.
So Pee Wee, he's got star power behind him. He's got gadgets,
all kinds of gadgets.
He's got the lightsaber, and the lightsaber. He's got that. I mean, I think
one of his
that for more
one of Pee Wee's production assistants was Rob Zombie. You didn't know that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Rob Zombie was one of his production assistants. So he's got Rob Zombie on his back, getting his back there.
Karate Kid, Daniel-san. I mean, he beat one of the Cobra Kai members. He's got Mr. Miyagi, which is, that's a big sell with his back. Because if for some reason Daniel's Daniel-san's getting taken down, Mr. Miyagi steps in. It seems like, and he took on a whole gang by himself.
Yeah,
but I mean, really, it's more.
You got the magic healing hands, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if will that heal a lightsaber wound? I don't know. Maybe.
Probably not.
And whatever that stuff was that smelled bad heals good. That maybe that would do something.
So the question is about the Karate Kid, because it goes. It's on the internet all over the place. Was he actually the villain of the story?
Yes.
Is Karate Kid actually the bad guy? Because every scene, I mean,
I
don't know. He's doing a little questionable stuff. So he has that mean streak in him where he can, stab somebody in the back if he wants to. Maybe, he may befriend Pee-wee and be like, "Hey, we're buddies." No, actually, I want your girl, and I'm going to steal her from you by any means necessary. I'm going to wear my shower curtain. Gonna lure you in, befriend you.
It's true. He does like to go around and just take people's girlfriends. That was like the plot of the sequel too.
Yeah.
In Japan, right?
Yeah.
One guy wanted his girl, but he came in and just took her, beat the crap out of him.
Yeah. So Miss Yvonne better watch out for that sly Karate Kid. Now, Pee-wee does have Jambi, too.
Mecca high, Mecca high ho. And they do. He does have the secret word, which could just like scare the crap out of the Karate Kid. So all of a sudden he says, kick, and everybody's He's like, what's going on here?
That could throw the game off.
Throw him off
quite a bit.
And there's a pterodactyl, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
What the heck? And Randy, that dude is super annoying.
Randy. Yeah.
Dude, creepy. I mean, there's just Pee-wee's just got too much going on that.
And he's got Penny.
And again, he has no lightsaber.
Yeah.
And the lightsaber. And he's just got the glove.
Yeah.
I think Pee-wee. He's got this. I mean, he's got everything he needs, as long as he doesn't give in to the mistrust of the Karate Kid, the false sense of friendship.
And Pee-wee knows how to surf because he was in that surfing movie with Annette Funicello. And what's his face?
Pee-wee does it all. Pee-wee lives in a weird world. I mean, what would you guys do if you woke up one day and you were living in Pee-wee's world?
Probably check myself into psychiatrist or something's wrong. I'm tripping on something. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think to me, even though he's got the crane kick and he wears a shower curtain sometimes, I think Pee-wee. Pee-wee goes on big adventures. Pee-wee's a man of the world. Karate Kid, not so much. He hasn't seen it all like Pee-wee has. And Pee-wee, he's got the supernatural powers too. He can just conjure up Large Marge, and Large Marge will just like
Large Marge sent me,
take him out. So Pee-wee's got it all.
Yeah, I think that's big. I think that's Pee-wee's big advantage over this is his group, his friends. They're always there.
Let me tell you
to help him out.
That Large Marge. When I saw that in the theater, that scared the snot out of us. We saw it. We didn't know what was going to happen. I remember. And here's what's funny about this battle here. We had a babysitter. I have no idea who it was, but my brother and I both had these headband things that were like what the Karate Kid wore. And I remember we wore them. We went to McDonald's because we never went to McDonald's. And I remember having a hamburger and had those little onions on it. And it was just like, what in the world? But we went to see Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and we had these Karate Kid type bandana things on. And that's kind of funny. But that Large Marge scene when and it looked like this. We were just like, just back in our seats screaming and scared to death. And watching it now, it's so funny because it's so bad. But when we had it on videotape after we recorded it off the HBO or whatever, we would play that in the slow motion or hit pause or something like that, with the VCR, and just make it, see each part of it going, yeah. It was so much fun, but yeah.
Such a fun movie.
It is.
That place where they filmed the the cafe or thing just recently got demolished, I think. What about they're still there. The dinosaur park is still there.
Okay.
It's under new ownership, and they've redone it. Like, they've kept it up now. There's a lot of videos. Like, Adam the Woo has a lot of videos visiting that place. Justin Scard, another guy from YouTube, visits there, and you can see the dinosaurs, and you can still go up into the mouth, I think, and look. Even though that part was filmed on a soundstage, like that wasn't filmed in the same place.
Oh, don't!
I ruined it. Ruined the magic. Oh,
lies! It's all lies.
One of the best lines from the movie is during there. She's talking, and all of a sudden he says, "Everyone I know has a big butt." Because she has a big butt, and then he's talking about his dream. Do you have any dreams, Pee-wee? Well, I have this dream where there's a snake in a cable net sweater. What was it? A vest? Something. And I've lost him.
Oh my goodness! Are you there? Sorry,
I'm here. Yeah. What happened? For all of you listening at home, I was telling my story, and they were laughing very hard. And
it's a good story.
I'm not sure what happened. Threw me off.
So we're on Skype doing this, and suddenly your video slowed down as you're getting back, and then sped up super quick, and the dialogue and everything was like caught up. It was awesome. You may be able to hear it when it happens.
Yeah, it was like fast forward all of a sudden. It was pretty funny.
A snake, snake in a donut. I said a cable net sweater, but that's on a different part when they're in the basement of not the Alamo, but a different place at Jimmy's. But anyways, nice. I could go on about the movie, but
I know we should just do a whole episode on that movie.
Yeah,
we could. I really could, and talk about Pee-wee. I got a wedding gift, actually. It was a wedding gift, I think, from Ryan and Jennifer of Pee-wee's Playhouse, the whole series. Which you can watch on Netflix now. But I did show my son a couple of episodes, and he's like, "Can we watch it again?" So, you
gotta love Pee-wee. He's the best. The new movie on Netflix.
I haven't seen it. But
it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
You just can't beat Pee-wee's Big Adventure. It's just
Big Top Pee-wee was good too. But not as good as Pee-wee's Big Adventure. But he had that tree and Big Top Pee-wee that grew hot dogs. Yeah. And then, there was a goof up in that movie that I thought I was so cool because I knew there was this part where there's the tornado's coming and he's running around the building and one of the boards falls off the side of the house, which was maybe it was supposed to happen, but it just looked funny because it didn't look like it's supposed to happen. And then in the Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the part where he's pulling the chain out, the original, you can see the chain from the bottom, coming from the bottom of the little box, and he's like pulling it, and it's like, oh. And I watched it. I think I tried to watch it on Netflix or something, and they kind of cut it so that you don't see the bottom of the box anymore. So the magic is there, But so he has that chain too, so he could just tie up Karate Kid.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah. I think the verdict is Pee-wee is the winner.
Yeah,
he's moving on in the tournament.
Yep.
We're a little biased, but
Yeah.
So when he faces Storm next, Whoever it is. Gee whiz.
Oh yeah, I need to. We need to figure out.
Update the brackets.
Update the brackets.
Now next week is our 10th episode.
Whew. The 10th not anniversary.
No, just episode. 10th
episode anniversary.
Yeah, so which is exciting. If we make it to 10, we'll never end. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we've been talking for like an hour. Hour 10 minutes. Woo. So we can wrap it up in one of two ways.
Real quick. So next week's battle, though, because we didn't say it last week, so people can look forward to it.
They are. Let me tell you,
they will be. They will be, because next week is between the battle of Shredder and Legolas, Shredder won, and so he is going up against Chun-Li.
Oh, we're already to the next round?
Well, some of those were play in or fight in or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
So Chun-Li didn't fight anybody. So yeah,
she didn't fight anybody, so she's going to face Shredder.
Oh, well, Pee-wee will win. So we could do a Twitter question to end, or I could tell you a story about biscuits. It's up to you guys.
If you want to talk about your biscuits,
talk about the biscuits.
I'm not finding any good Twitter questions this week.
Yeah, I don't see any good questions.
Yeah, the only one that I found would you date you? Yeah, I would date me. Anyways.
No, I just found I wonder which stuffed animal I'm going to take with me to college. All of them.
All of them. That's the answer. Always, all of them. So the story is way longer, but I'll keep it short because there was I don't know if I should tell the massage part of it, which that's just weird if I don't tell it now. I was gifted a set of massage, like getting a massage. I have a bad back. For Christmas, so I was going to get one, and it was the lady that I got the massage from gets my wife. My wife is pregnant, so she gets like prenatal massages or something. I don't know.
Sure, we'll call it that.
So she said, "You go see my lady." So I went and went to see her today, and it was like the worst kind of massage. She was a talker, and she talked the whole time. And she wanted me to help her pick out a car because she was going car shopping. So while she's giving me a massage when I'm trying to relax, she's asking me all these questions about cars and what kind of SUV would be the best SUV. And should she buy foreign or domestic? And like all these questions. And I'm like, I'm just trying to get a massage, lady. So that was stressful. So I left the massage like more stressful than when I went in, I think. And so I went to the grocery store I wanted to get some flowers for my lovely wife. And a couple.
Your lovely one, not
the one that sent you to a horrible masseuse.
But anyways, so I was going in there to get some flowers and get some other assortments. And so I went to the checkout line, and there was this lady in front of me, an older lady, but she had like tons of groceries and she was checking out. And we're all sitting there, mind your own business. And then there was, out of nowhere, minding my own business. Look, I got a Mountain Dew, which I shouldn't drink Mountain Dew, but I got one because I wanted one.
Why'd you get that? Stop that.
I know. It was just, I had that crazy massage, and I was a little stressed out about what car this lady was going to buy. And
so tons of caffeine will help.
So I just wanted caffeine. And I was tired because our son last night woke up and didn't go back to bed till like 4 a.m. So I was just tired, and I was like, okay, I know I shouldn't get one, but I'm getting a Mountain Dew. So I'm getting a Mountain Dew out, and then this should have told me that I shouldn't have got a Mountain Dew, but I did anyways. I was getting a Mountain Dew out of the thing, and I turn around, and then there was an explosion on the aisle, like the checkout lane. Like something exploded, and out of the corner of my eye, I see something shoot up in the air like a rocket. And this lane that I was on had this, which I didn't even know they still did this, but I guess they do. This cigarette case that was sort of above the lane. It was like slanted, like over top, where you could get your smokes on. And something shoots up in the air and like hits the cigarette cabinet and just like hear this giant explosion, and then it flies back down into the bag from which it came. So it came out of nowhere and then went back to the bowels of the grocery store checkout lane, and everybody starts freaking out. Like the guy doing the checkout was just like, it was like right behind him, so he's like freaking out, like, what's going on? And the lady's like, oh no, what's going on? Like she's like, this is gonna be all over the news. I'm so scared. And then the lady bagging, she like freaking out, and I'm just like, what is? And I'm sort of like, I'm a very like chill guy, I guess, most of the time, and I was just like, something blew up. That's weird. And and so they started expecting.
My arm fell off.
Yeah, my arm fell off. Yeah. Oh well. And so the dude reaches down in the bag and pulls out a half a can of biscuits. And it was like a big can of biscuits, and a can of biscuits, when he put it down in the bag, exploded and shot up like a rocket. If that cigarette stand thing was not there, I swear this thing would have probably went up and hit the ceiling, because it came out with some force. Now I watched the MythBusters in the past, and I've seen where they've done this on MythBusters, but it's like in a hot car. It's like out in the summer. It's like the heat like causes this thing to explode. But this was like in an air-conditioned grocery store, and it explodes and goes back down in the bag. So they had to like search for it to figure out what's going on. And the lady was like, she's like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. She's like, can somebody go get me some more biscuits? So they send this lady to the back, and she comes back up, and she's like, honey, that is not the kind of biscuits that I had. So she's like, so now she's freaking out about her biscuits, and then she just stops. And this is so funny. She stops in the middle. They're like trying to find her biscuits, she goes, wait a second, where are my eggs? Where have my eggs gone? Oh, God. And she's like, oh, the guy's like, ma'am, here's your eggs. She's like, oh, good, I've got my eggs. Everything's okay. I got my eggs. Just give me my biscuits. And it's just like, this is the most ridiculous thing. So it went from this like, the world is ending, catastrophe. Something just exploded. We're all dying. To, honey, have you seen my eggs? And I need some more biscuits. And it was just like, and so they finally get her taken care of. She's like, somebody has to help me to my car. I'm just, this has just been so crazy. And so I just look at the dude and
eggs
go,
alone.
Yeah, the eggs alone.
Eggs alone.
I look at the dude and go, I don't have anything that can explode. I don't think so. I think we're good. They're like picking biscuits up off the floor, and the guy goes, I've got a friend that just eats these raw. He just dips them in milk and eats them like this. And I'm just like, that is disgusting.
Oh.
But so that's my biscuit story. It was funny.
We had a can of biscuits. We left in a refrigerator in college, my first year in college in the dorms, and we didn't know they turned the power off during Christmas break. And we came back, and it had exploded in the fridge, and it smelled so bad, and it knocked over some orange juice that was in there, or we had the canned orange juice, so it melted. It was the worst smell in the world. Like it was on the carpet that we had, and so we had to throw that away. And it was bad. That fridge was so stinky forever. I remember putting the baking soda in there and trying to get the smell to go, and it didn't go. But biscuits explode.
I don't have any biscuit exploding stories, but I do like biscuits.
Oh, that's good enough.
Yeah, but so just remember that if you ever need a weapon and you're in a pinch, grab a can of biscuits. Just make sure they explode away from you.
Yeah. Zombie apocalypse. Get the biscuits.
Get the biscuits. Well, I think that about does it for this episode of I Am Geek. We've had a lot of fun today. I've had fun. We learned a lot. We talked Star Wars. We talked about all the openings. We even talked about biscuits. So, what more can you want? I think the biggest, eggs. You gotta have it. Where's my eggs? But the one thing from this episode that we can all take away is Pee Wee Herman can conquer anything that's put in his path. Mm-hmm. He's the man.
Yeah.
So, as you finish up listening, go to the store, get you some biscuits, get you some eggs, splurge a little bit. Get you a Mountain Dew.
Skip the mountain.
Skip the Mountain Dew. Skip the Mountain Dew.
All right.
Is Mountain Lightning as bad as Mountain Dew? I don't know.
You got to look at the thing. If it has the brominated vegetable oil in it, it's bad. Mellow Yellow does not have the brominated vegetable oil in it.
But it's not as good as Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's not as good. So,
all
right. Well,
all right.
Mountain Dew, sponsor us. I don't know.
Or not. Whatever.
Or not. Whatever. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Tell your friends. We still want some people on Twitter to just give us some shout outs. We want to hear from you. We want to talk. Tell us what you think of the show. I Am Geek Show at I Am Geek Show. You can find that on any of your social networks, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. We're there.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you. So until next time, I am Geek and we are Geek. Good night.